Just want to go live again once more. Today, at least for this live, I'm going to be speaking about my personal preference of why I personally prefer to date, women with no kids. Let me break it down for y'all. This isn't to offend anybody, make them think that I don't like kids. I want kids of my own one day. I do. Now, let me just start off and say that in the past I did try that. The whole dating scene. I tried long distance dating. I've tried some dates that only lasted maybe a week at most, maybe a few days. But yeah, some people that I've dated, the woman, they were some of the best women I ever met, to be honest, that had kids. The only reason why I decided not to, me personally, don't take offense to this, please don't. And guys out there, please do not date a woman just because she have kids just because of this message. This is just my personal opinion, my personal preference. Am I opposed to dating with girls, women with kids? Right now, I want to say only yes, because I'm waiting for my divine partner to come into my life, because I know the great I am, Jehovah Jireh, he's got someone specifically set aside for me. And I'm wholeheartedly believing that. So, let me just tell y'all a few things of why I personally chose not to date or choose not to date women with kids. They're not bad at all. Please, anything toxic you got in your head thinking, like, don't say it, don't think it. I'm gonna try my best not to, because there are some bad apples out there that ruin it for the rest of everybody else. Anyway, hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. By the way, I know it's real chilly out here in Arlington, Texas. Did some laundry earlier, got that out the way, decided to say, hey, why not go online real quick, go live. I'm trying to talk more, use my voice. What else? Let's see. I'm gonna just start off and say that it's a lot of responsibility. Not saying it's hard to date, but there are some compromises that you have to consider. What I'm gonna say may sound morbid, or however you want to put it. Basically, if the father figure, I hate the term, by the way, baby mama, baby daddy, that just sounds trashy to me, but if you use it, it's what you use, whatever works for you. But baby mama, baby daddy, no. If the father figure is still in their life, which, amen, because if you created a child together, take care of your blessing. Every child is a blessing, no matter what. I won't go into what I believe about the darker side of that, but anyway, focusing on the topic at hand. You gotta understand that he's gonna be around, that he's gonna want to take care of his kids still. They may not be together, the wife or the mother and the father, but just know going into the relationship, it is a package deal. You have to have a strong iron will, you have to have compromises, and right now, that's just not for me. I've tried it. It worked for a while, then after a while, it's just like, Now, what if the father figure, rest in peace, whether he was a soldier or he's just, not in the land of the living? Well, that makes things a little more easier. Me personally, that's something I considered, and it does sound morbid when you put it that way, but let's pardon me, my mouth's a little dry. Let's put it this way. I want my own little bundles of joy. Everyone has a past. Everyone makes mistakes. Whether the mistake was with the man or not, that things happen. God brings us out of all our dark situations, and he brings us closer to him. And got my music playing in the background, don't mind it. So yes, it'll be a bit more easier to date if the father figure is no longer in the kid's life, in her life. But all in all, I just, want to have someone that's single, that doesn't have kids, because I do plan on having my own little ones running around that I made, that I can say that I made. Again, at the beginning of this message, I'm not bashing any woman with kids. I know someone or some of y'all gonna be out there and take what I'm saying and flip what I'm saying, oh, he don't like kids, he don't like women, he don't like this, that. I'm like, no, that is not what I'm saying. Like, no, don't try to flip my words. I'm just speaking my truth on the subject. Like, I'm wholeheartedly believing that God has someone for me, so I can wait. I've been waiting this long. I had someone I confided in again, but I just wear this as a badge of honor. Beautiful girl, still love her, but I've moved on. I only have that around my neck as a token to the woman that she was. But moving on from that, I hold her in high regard because she was beautiful, smart, funny. Even though things were rough, I won't get into it. I won't get into the whole details, but she was trying real hard though. I know it. She was a good woman. That's how I'll remember her anyway. So those are some points that you gotta keep in mind. And then I seen some, the memes online. One was, let's see, if you bought some food and you went over to your lady's place, the one with kids, are you obligated to bring food for the kids? Me personally, in that situation, yes. You're dating her, so she has kids. You were well aware that she has kids. So it's the right thing to do. Again, some of y'all may or may not agree with me, and I'm just gonna say why I would. It's because you know that she has kids. So when you have knowledge of something, you gotta move with that in mind. Because with knowledge, there's power, and power to do right, you'll flourish better. Why would you bring food for just enough you and her, and then the kids sitting around, or they may be in their rooms or whatever? But that just seems toxic to me. Again, you may have a different scenario, you may not agree, but that's just me. And I had some good relationships, some bad relationships. I just wish all of them well. I'm not telling y'all to not date women with kids. That is not what I'm saying either. So please don't take what I'm saying and flip it. I'm going to keep repeating that because apparently people have a tendency to flip others' words to fit their agenda for whatever reason. And that's just wrong, just saying. Anyway, one of my biggest pet peeves, though, is when a woman says, specifically from a woman that has kids, she needs a real man to help her with these kids. And it may not be in the worst way that she meant it, but just hearing that is one of my biggest pet peeves, because that's basically saying that every other man is less than a real man. It may not be meant that way, but that's how I take it. And I'm just like, So because I don't want to date you, I'm less than a man. Again, I hear that and I just keep it pushing. But it's going to be all right though. Ladies with kids, single mothers, y'all are loved. You're beautiful. You having kids don't affect anything. If anything, that pushes you further. Some of the greatest women in power have kids. And shit. That's all right. I was just specifically saying why I don't. But we'll see what's going on, you know? I hope everyone is doing well. With the wars raging on, the stormtroopers, courtesy of Mr. Trump. Like, when they first started popping up on the scene, I said, well, where did this seems familiar. And I started thinking about Hitler. And I'm like, same shit, different uniform, different color. Like, let's be real. Fuck them. They're just bullies. I know, comply to the law and yada, 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 yada. I'll dig a little deeper to voice a bit better about my opinion about that. But as far as what I'm seeing, hundreds of thousands, basically millions around the entire country gathering up to protest against them. It's like, what is this world coming to, you know? But with the rise of many Christians turning back to God from different religious backgrounds, I'm just like, God is doing something big, and I couldn't be happier. What else? All I gotta say is that if you are a mother out there and you're hearing this message, you're loved, you're beautiful. I know you don't need me to say it, but I just want you all to know that there's someone out there for you. I pray that they come into your life. I have no problem being friends with you, platonic friends, best friends. I can be your best friend. I'm good with kids. Trust me, I love kids. I just want some of my own. And what you're probably thinking is, well, why can't you be with me and still have a kid? Well, and I'm just like, it's just my personal preference. And God knows how I am. That's why I'm voicing my opinion on this subject. Don't worry, though. There's someone for you out there. For every single person, God made us a opposite. A divine partner. There we go. Now, another subject. While I'm on here, might as well talk a little bit more. I'm thinking, I'm just going to spitball a little bit because I'm going to go live again tomorrow. But yeah, so all in all, you want to make sure you're with someone first and foremost that you're compatible with, and not just because of looks. Most people think I go straight for looks. That's a big part of it, let's all be real. But that shouldn't be your final say in why you want to be with a person, because God looks on the inside. The outside is just icing on the cake. So, yeah. Now, make sure you don't change because someone wants to get with you. This goes for both worldly people and godly people, because we're living in the flesh, and because of that we can be corrupted by I cannot pronounce that word right now, by their own desires. I'll say that they may be a person of the cloth of God, but if you feel like you're being steered in a certain direction from how your core value, your core authentic self is, ask them, don't automatically jump the gun and be like, why are you trying to change me? Just, sit them to the side and talk to them like, hey, I noticed that you want me to do more of this, that I'm being prompted to do this, you had me doing this. Like, ask them little questions like that, be nice and whatnot. I'm not saying their motives are bad, but, make sure you stay true to who you are. And that goes the same for both guys and girls. Just, pray about it. Keep God at the head of everything you do. Keep him at the center of everything you do, and you'll be golden. I promise you that. He hasn't failed me not once. I said this before, but I should be dead 10 times over. I can get into that. Damn. But praise God. Now, with that in mind, there's some guys that are like, they'll see a mother and they're like, being a stepdad ain't so bad right now. Don't seem so bad. That's lust right there, brother. Chill on that. I'm not gonna lie. There's some single mothers out there that I seen, and I'm like, damn. But hey, refrain from that mindset, because unless you're planning on actually going all the way in, no freaky. But good motives to actually make a bond with her, marry her, or whatever, stay away. That's why I admire from a distance. I've seen certain people that just want to, let's see, risk it for the biscuit, and it's like, you're not doing nothing that most other men haven't done, and look what happens to them. They hit it and quit it, and that's toxic, disgusting to God. That's disgusting behavior. But let's keep it real. Anybody that has that kind of mindset, they shouldn't be trying to get into a relationship in the first place. People are having a hard time enough with everything going on around the world. Depression, fighting cancer, losing loved ones, their child hungry. Speaking of which, back to the war. The huge amounts of money going over to fund these wars. It's like, most of it, I believe, is going towards the troops. Again, I haven't done my own personal research, but just, there's a pattern of these wars through the years I've been noticing. It's funding the wars, but some of that money is being pocketed by the ones sending the money and some of the friends of the countries that they're sending the money to. Meanwhile, people are starving in different countries where the money would be more beneficial. People are without water, food, shelter. We gotta do better, guys. It's sad to see it. We got our own problems here in the States, but God didn't just make one land for one group of people. We're all His people. We gotta look after one another. Stop the war. Cease fire, for crying out loud. What are you fighting for? Land? Power? Fuck, for all I know, you probably fighting over a woman. Who knows? Who knows what the real motive is? It's to distract us, that's for damn sure. Shit. I don't know, I'm getting fired up. I'm sorry, y'all. But, yeah. These wars, they're pointless. The stormtroopers, they're bullies, ruthless. I'm pretty sure when they took the job, they probably started off day one like, oh yeah, I'm going to protect and serve and do what's right. You get a bit of that power, and then you start you lose your humanity. And everyone else that you look at is not a human to you. You see them as a target. Just know God sees everything. You think you're above the law? No. You think you got unlimited power. God will humble you real fast. He's humbled me throughout the years a good couple of times. When I stumble, He'll take His rod and I'm just like, what was that for? I pray to Him. He tells me what's going on, and I get right back on track. God has that effect on you if you let Him. Anyway, y'all, that's my pet talk today. I may go back live later on, maybe. Don't hold me to that. I will be on live again tomorrow. But just to clear things up, single mothers out there, you are loved, you're beautiful. Your kids do not determine who you are. Again, you don't need me to say that. This is what just my preference. Man, date the single mothers if you have good intentions only. They have enough on their plate. They're strong. They're beautiful. They can do what they want. They can date who they want. They can stay single if they want to. But just know that if the father is still in their life, the kid's life, that you're going to have to compromise and that y'all need to come to some kind of agreement or whatnot. I'm pretty sure if you love each other enough, it'll seem, seamless. No problem. But I was just letting y'all know why my personal opinion, why I don't or prefer not to anymore. I tried it. And another thing before I let y'all go, time. And it may sound bad, but you got to make sure that you have enough time for each other. Obviously, the kids are a priority. There's no problem with that. That's something you got to consider also, guys, when you try to date. Just saying that. And if you can come to a scheduled thing, then hey, Bob's your uncle. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday, and I pray that y'all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Please stay safe out there. If you are out there protesting against ICE, power to you. Please stay safe because they are ruthless. They're going to be done away with. Let's just be honest. They're not going to last at all. Like, I can see it. God's doing something big on this planet. He's doing something big through this universe. He's using his chosen ones. I'm trying to talk as much as I can, get my opinion out there, my voice. Just know that I see everything that's been going on. I'm not oblivious to any of it. I'm not a political person, but I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to ignore it. Because that's some fuck shit, to be honest. It is what it is. Oh. Look at them cheekbones real quick. Hold on. All right, y'all. Love y'all. God bless. Godspeed. Yes.